Hello friends, welcome to here. I am here again with a new interesting chess match which is very enjoyable games. At last my opponent gave me Resign. But friend, that was really fantastic game. So let us check out that replay. So friends, he was my opponent. So friends, I was playing as a black. So he done the king opening, which is e4. Then I blocked it. Then he bring out his knight. Then I also bring out my knight. Then he brought his bishop. I pushed my pawn. He pushed his pawn so that I cannot place my bishop on g4. So I brought my bishop on d7 so that if he will take my knight with his bishop, I will take his bishop by my bishop. He castled. I bring out my another bishop. He pushed his pawn. I brought my another knight. He pushed his rook. I castled. He pushed his pawn on d4. I pushed my pawn. He captured my knight. I captured his bishop. He pushed his pawn again. I taken back my bishop. He pushed his pawn on c4. I pushed my pawn on b6. He again pushed his pawn on b3. Friends, here not best moves were getting from both sides. Then I again pushed my pawn. So we were playing waiting moves. He again making out his bishop on g5. I pushed my pawn again. That he pushed his bishop. Then I brought my knight on e8. Then he captured my bishop. I captured his bishop. He brought his another knight on c3. I brought my knight on f6. He brought his knight on h2. Then I brought my rook on e8. Then he blocked my pawn. Then again I pushed my rook on d8. He taken his queen on b1. Then I brought my knight on h5. He again brought his queen on d1 so that I have to save my knight. So I brought my queen so that if he will take my knight, I will capture his queen by my queen. Then he brought his knight on g4. Then I brought my knight on f4. Then he bring out his king. Friends, in this situation you can see that if he will move his knight, then he will be checkmate. So I push my pawn so that he have to move his knight. So he moved his knight on e3 so that he is also protected on g2. So I push my pawn for a waiting move. Then he taken his knight on e2. Then again I push my pawn. Then he brought his queen on c2 so that if I will take his pawn, then he will capture it by his queen. So I captured, I accepted his which he want to do, and he done. Then I brought my bishop on f5. Friends, then he captured my bishop. I captured his knight. he pushed his pawn so that I have to move my knight. So I moved it. Friends, in next move I can capture his pawn on f2 and he will get a check. Then situation will become very difficult to play. To protect this, he played this so that I have to save my queen in next move. So I brought my queen on f6 so that it can give double support on the line f. Then he brought his king. He has no chance to do anything, so he have to bring his king on g1. I took his pawn. Then he brought his rook. I also brought my rook, so the same condition is here. Then he captured. Then friends, here I captured. He has only one place to go. He gone to there. Then after that I brought my my rook on f3. Then he captured my knight. I also captured his knight. He gave a check. I protected it with my rook. Friends, if I will save this check by putting my king on h7, then he can again capture my pawn on h5. Then I will get a check. That will create many disadvantage. But if I will bring my rook to here, the check will be protected and my pawn on h5 will also be protected. So he again gave a check from here. Then at this time I brought my king on h7. Then he brought his queen on h3. Then I brought my queen on f3 so that he can get a check. Then I can take his pawn that is on b3. So he bring out his queen for exchange offer, but I declined his exchange offer. He brought his rook for exchange offer. Friends, at this time he wanted only for exchange. At this time I accepted his challenge, that was accepting his offer. Then he captured. Then friends, here I got one pawn. Then he gave a check me to here. I brought my king on h6. Then he again gave a check. At this time I wanted to exchange offer because here I can win this match by my pawn only. So I need to exchange. But he declined my exchange offer at this time. Again I gave a check on e4. He bring his king on h2. I again captured one his pawn. Then he came here to give me check on e3. I go behind. Then he came on g5. Then I here gave a check so that I can take his queen. Then exchange will happen. So in this move there is fixed that queen will be exchanged, because if he will not capture my queen, I will capture his queen. So he captured, I captured. Friends, after this you can see that I can win easily, but still some moves happen. Then after that he had given me resign. He played this, I played this, he again played this, and I played this. Friends, this was my last move. And friends, you can see here he gave me resign. Friends, he was good player, not too, but he was good. Friends, this is my really good situation. I am plus here of 2 points, so he can't win this match. Friends, I am here plus for 4 points. So friends, this is really good situation for me. So subscribe to my channel for more new interesting chess matches. Thank you and have a nice day.